Is 250cc too much for you? Lots of people recently have been asking me that. And before, I want to show you something. Now, the biggest reason people really ask this question is because they want to get their first bike. And lots of people usually say that they don't want to get a 125 or a 110 because they feel like they will outgrow it really fast. And that can be true for some people. Now the thing is, there's multiple different types of riding that you can be doing. For example, right now we're going and riding on trails, or you can be riding motocross, and some people prefer to ride on the road. Now here is where the question gets a little bit difficult. When asking someone whether 250cc is a lot, some people may say it's a great beginner bike, like this. This is a 250X, which is a trail bike, and some people say 250cc is too much. Now the biggest reason, and right now we are talking about people that are getting their first bike. Anybody that has ridden a bike with a clutch can easily hop onto any other motorcycle or dirt bike and ride it without problem. Now, should we all be hopping onto 1000s and just riding them out on the street? Probably not. That's not a good idea. Now, most riders don't have as much control as people that have been riding their bike for years now. And as a first bike, you should get something that you feel like you would be able to control. And now for me, I felt comfortable hopping onto a 250. And the biggest reason why I felt comfortable hopping onto a 250 as my first bike is mainly because I was obsessed with bikes. And I've watched multiple tutorials on how to upshift, how to downshift, and how to get started with riding on a motorcycle. Now, let me start with a little story. Before I even got this bike, my friend, a good friend of mine, came over to my house with his 1990 CR80. And I hopped onto that thing and rode it with no problem. I shifted through the gears and everything, and I didn't feel like I was pushing myself too much. I had enough self-control to know that if I did get higher up in the RPMs, that the bike would have a lot more power. And obviously, I didn't go up into the higher RPMs. I knew what could happen. Now, some people don't have as much self-control as other people, and it might be safer to hop onto something like a 125 or a YZ85. Should you get a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke? And honestly, it's up to you. Both bikes, they are really great. 2-strokes, 4-strokes. Honestly, it's personal preference. You could learn on either. For me, I've always been a big fan of 4-strokes. And that's what I got. Let me give this bike a little introduction. This is my 2008 Honda CRF 250X. I bought this 3 years ago, and I've been riding it since. Oil changes, air filter changes, coolant change. I've taken care of this bike, and it's treated me well. Now, it is stock mostly, other than I cut a little hole in the airbox and put a new needle in it and some bigger jets, but other than that, stock exhaust, 2 brand new tires. I believe they are Duplons. Yes, they are both Duplons, and they have been treating me great. Now here's what I want to talk to you about. Can you have fun on a 250? Of course you can. Can you learn on a 250? Most definitely. But let's just say, for example, you get a 250 as your first bike. Where else do you go? Do you move up to a 450? And then what? You come back down to a 250? What I'm trying to say here is that the first bike you will get, you will probably make the most memories on that bike. And if you get a pit bike, for example, you're gonna remember putting around your yard, falling. You're not gonna care. You weren't really going that fast. And you could even let your friends ride on it, and the memories that you can make from a smaller bike might be something that you should consider. But enough talking. I do want to go ahead and show you guys a couple clips of what a 250 is like. and you're also curious about what it feels like to ride it, how much throttle you can give it before the front wheel goes up, stuff like that. We will get into that right now. Quick little interruption in this video. There is a website called Unbound Forever. Right now they are going to be releasing a new drop on February the 15th, so please mark that in your calendars, as they will be releasing their spring drop. And there will be 4 main motorcycles that they will cover: R6, CBR 600, ZX 6R, and GSX 6R. So please go check out their website real quick. Let's get back to the video. So right now I'm currently in first gear. Let's put into second gear. And I was pretty much rolling onto the throttle, so let's try it on a little bit more flat. I was going uphill though, so let's try it on more flatter ground. So first gear. So this is second gear right now. And honestly, I wouldn't even say I'm on it all the way. I might be like 70-75% on it. But I will say a 250 is really fun once you do get a chance to harness all of its power. So this is second gear right now. Let's do a little bit. Now we did catch a little bit of air there, which was pretty fun, I'll tell you that much. Now guys, it is 2025 right now, so please, if you would, in the comments, let me know what your dream bike is for 2025. It doesn't matter if it's a sport bike, if it's a dual sport, or if it's a dirt bike. Please, just let me know. If you want to get a 450, please, by all means, go get a 450. But if you want to go ahead and create some memories, go get something that you would enjoy. That's honestly it. You guys have a good one.